All right, so let's get started with today's live help session. For today, we will be doing we will be building a canvas of what I call the nail salon booking concierge. Okay, so over here, oh, sorry, that's not right. I mean, I will be building a design your dream yard planner. So our target customers here are landscaping businesses. So, the main use case for this is to help homeowners plan their ideal outdoor space by selecting styles, by selecting features and budgets, and then it will help them connect to the right landscaping booking link. So, the core problem that we're trying to solve here is that many homeowners may want to improve their yard, but they don't know where to start or maybe what's possible. So, this tool will guide them through the decision making process while we are able to capture some qualified leads. So, how it works is that we will be creating an interactive canvas wherein it will ask the user a few questions regarding their yard style, their desired features, their desired budget, and then based on their selections, the AI will suggest design ideas or maybe service packages, and it will also invite them to book a consultation. So let's get started now. Since this is already being recorded, you'll be posting this on the group later. So let's just exit out of here and let me go. So this will be the exact build that we will try to do today. And as you can see, the AI will also help generate some sample yard design image. I will show in a bit on how this is possible inside AskSpot. So let's go ahead to my AskSpot account, go to Canvas, and then let's see here, create a new one. I'm going to name this Canvas for Landscaping Business. Okay, let's just shorten this a little bit so that it will fit. Okay, so that's being loaded. Okay, there you go. So now that we have it inside, all we need to do is customize a few things in this section. As for the sources, I already have a knowledge base prepared for this. This was generated with the help of the Canvas Custom GPT, which is my little helper when it comes to building Canvas here in AskSpot. So if you want a link to that, I can also provide that on the recording post later. So save sources. This will be my knowledge base. So basically it contains the following. It has some category yard styles, landscaping features, budget tiers and service packages, and then frequently asked questions right here. And then we also have booking and next step. Kim, is there a use case for when to use Canvas or chat widget instead? That's a really good question. So I think for this use case, the reason why I selected Canvas instead of a chatbot is that it feels like this a canvas feels like a standalone tool, so it's something that your client can put on their website, maybe on their link in bio, or they can even run this as a campaign. So it's super clean, it's skimmable, and it helps build instant trust because chatbot often feel like support tools, and Canvas feels like more of a planner, more of an assistant, or it looks like a standalone app even. So if you're creating something that will like help support their customers or their clients, so I think chatbot is the best way for that. But if you want something that will help their client like plan, get some value, that's when we use Canvas. So it does support video presentation. You can put that in the initial. Let me just show you right here. You can put that in the initial chat right here. You can insert a video, or if you want, you can connect a flow that has a video on it, or a gallery of videos or a gallery of images. So yeah, that is certainly possible. So yeah, going back, I was on sources. Now let's go to settings. And let's just customize a few things in here. And I already have a logo, so let's just direct upload that. I just yeah, I just created this using Canva. So when it comes to logo, I tend to use the Canva software more than, asking ChatGPT to generate it for us. So let's just put the title. Let's put the um, call to action. I'll just get the link to this exact Canvas page, and then I'll add a few sample links in here just so you guys have an idea on what kind of things we can add into the headers. So this is fully interchangeable. So depending on your client, you can change all of these links. Right now, these are all blanks. And it's just here to show you what kind of things you can put in the headers. So let's make sure to get that added. Okay, save changes. And now let's go ahead and go to chat. So over here, we just need to change the headline. Let's change the headline to ready to start planning your yard. We can help, something like that. And then as for the initial message, let's just put this, and then let's have them click on a start button. So we'll add that later. We'll add that start button later. Now let's just make sure that the changes have been saved. And now let's head over to customization. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. It will give you a preview on how the canvas looks like right now. So let me just select this one. Okay. So right here, this is already pre-created earlier. This is a custom theme. I think if you duplicate this canvas, you will also be able to duplicate this custom theme. Let's see here with the canvas, can we link other businesses, canvas, or other business flows? Inside the chat section or inside the AI, I don't think that's possible. But the only way that you can link other businesses canvas or other businesses flows is through the URL options. So you can either put them here on the button URL or maybe on this URL, that if they click on it, they'll be redirected to another canvas or to another business, chatbot that has a flow in it. So yeah, you can do that by inserting URLs inside the canvas. But right now, there's no way to integrate the two and really connect them um, inside the canvas itself. So let's see here. I was a customization. Now let's go to AI config. All right. So for the AI config, let me show you the exact prompt that we will be using for this. So let's just delete this general prompt that we already have. And let's enlarge this a little bit. So enlarge. Okay, now as you can see here, it says you are an expert outdoor living planner and landscaping consultant. Your role is to guide users through a structured step-by-step yard planning conversation. You must ask questions one at a time and wait for the users to respond before proceeding, because AI tends to like drop all of the questions at once, and we don't want that. We want it to follow a conversation flow. And I think if you were on the last live help sessions, last 2 weeks of live help sessions, we were working on the flow builder. So if you want a very structured type of conversation flow, you can use a flow builder for that, because we also have helpful blocks that you can use, like the booking block, the calendar block, right? The video block, gallery block. But with this, if you just want a conversation flow, purely the AI asking questions to the user, so you can just put that inside the system prompt. So Brad says, where can we find past trainings? All of the past live help session trainings are posted inside the AskSpot user community. So all you need to do is, as you can see here, you see the post of the recording, and then we also put the duplicate link for the tool itself. So you can just import it to your AskSpot account from this. And you may also want to take a look at this post. In here, we have all of the live help sessions, topic, and import links from, I think this is from 2025. So everything that we created in 2025 is in here. So it's kind of like a document of the title, the use case, the problem we were trying to solve, and then the duplicate link so that you can import it to your AskSpot account. So feel free to browse through that. It has a lot of helpful ideas, helpful tools that may, spark some ideas also for what kind of tool you may want to build. So let me just go back to the prompt earlier. So we have a step one. The prompt that we're trying to do right now, it will ask three questions. So we put that as step one, and then step two, and then step three. And then wait for the user's response before continuing. And then for the final step, this will be the output only after all questions have been answered. So once all three inputs are collected, respond exactly in this format. So we provided it with the exact response that we wanted to have, including the book a free consultation link right here. So we also put a tone. We want it to be friendly. We want it to be inspiring and professional. We also wanted to speak like a helpful design expert and not just a salesperson. Okay. So let's just make sure this is saved. So this prompt looks really good. Let's change this to 4.0. 4.0 is much faster for me. And then let's integrate the image generation tool. So if you're not sure yet how to set this up under AI tools, I do have tons of training videos on how to set up on this AI tool. Let me know in the comments, or you can chat me on school if you need guidance on setting up the image generation tool. So you can connect this to a canvas, and then your canvas tool will be able to generate images for the user. So that's really cool to have inside a canvas, especially for a planner tool like this. Now let's go to channels. So over here is where we will set up that start button so that they can just start the conversation. Is there a reason why you didn't include voice? Not really, actually. Let's include that. I'm glad you mentioned that. So let's make sure to include that voice chat. I mean, it would be helpful to have, right, on tools like this. And go to channels, add channel. And then, so this is going to be a question channel. Let's just type in start and then turn the status off because we don't want it to show twice. And then let's add another one, add channel. This one's going to be a URL channel. So this can be a link to their booking, to their booking calendar. So let's make sure to get that saved. And then last one is a prompt that they can use. This one's going to be another question channel. It is generate sample yard design image. Let's toggle that off. Click create, toggle this off, and save changes. So now that these are all toggled off, we can just simply add them under the chat section. So over here, click start, select start. Let's make sure to rename this. And then book a free consultation. Book a free consultation. And then we have generate sample yard design image. So there you go. Let me just copy that, put that right here. Image. I don't think it will let me put the entire text. So let's just add that. Okay, awesome. Great, great. Now let's just make sure to have, oh, I think I already enabled. Let's enable that again. Okay, so now let's do a preview. Okay, so here's everything that we built so far. Now let's try clicking on start. Okay, say modern. Okay, now let's just say patio garden beds. Let's say under 5,000. Okay, great. Okay. So it was able to produce us with the sample dream yard, some designs that a user may love, recommended service package based on what it knows of the package that we put right here. And then the next step will be booking a free consultation. So now let's try to ask it, can you generate a sample yard image? Right there. So now it will be using that image generation tool that I showed earlier that we connected to this canvas. So let's just wait for it a little bit. It's generating the image for us. So that's loading. Is the bot capable of learning from a homepage URL from a website, specifically a directory website, such as my own or a TripAdvisor? It is. It can learn from a website as long as no login is needed, um, and no like security things are needed. So it can certainly learn from a website. You can use the sources and then web page for that. So if you have like a homepage URL, you can just simply put it in here. You can click on fetch more links and it will search for any more links like connected to that. If there's like sections in the website, it will also be able to like pull those links. So yeah, you can give that a try. That's certainly possible. Okay, so here's what the AI was able to generate in here. Here's the image that it was able to generate. So that's it. I mean, it's super an easy build, but this can really help the end user because it feels like a custom planning and experience, and you don't really need to, create any custom code. I think we were just able to build this in under like 16 minutes, 18 minutes, right? So all you need is a solid system prompt and then just AskSpot, of course, and then a few minutes of setup. And the good thing about this is you can just repurpose this to other niche if you're working with maybe designers, builders, or whatever. You can just simply duplicate this and tweak it a little bit. Do we need to do an XML for it to be able to learn the whole website? Nope, we don't need that. As long as the website is like publicly accessible, that means you won't need to like log into a website. The AI will be able to digest all of the information from the website. You will also be able to preview what kind of information it was able to digest. Actually, you just need to click on the eye icon right here where it says eye icon. And the good thing is you can also turn on the auto sync right here, so that if there's been changes with the website, it will like check for any changes and then just sync it every day and then click save. So that's been toggled on. Okay, so that's it for today's build. Let me just put the duplicate link of this canvas in the chat section. So duplicate link for landscaping business canvas. There you go. All right. All right. I think we're good. Any other questions before we wrap up the call? I hope I was able to answer most of your questions, Brad. Let me know if you need further help. I mean, we can do a one-on-one, or I can guide you through building a few things here in AskSpot. I would be happy to do that. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you and have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.